Is that working now? Yeah, it looks like it was working. Alright, from the top. Hello. How's everyone doing? It's been quite some time since I last streamed, so kind of keen to jump back into it. But mainly going to be focused on like sketching. Nothing too crazy tonight. Just a nice short stream, relaxing, just doing random stuff. Maybe I'll go and work on some of the projects that I've kind of like got like all these half-finished ones here and there. But the main goal is just to slowly ease myself back into streaming and drawing again. Like, I don't know how long ago. Aims at least an hour. We'll see how I feel after that first hour. It might be really short. Might end up going a little longer. Kind of depends on how my energy goes. But yeah. So, wanted to start off with like some sketching of poses and just practicing some bits like that. So I'm just thinking, oh, what might be a good way to do that? I'd be down for any suggestions if anyone's around and has something that they kind of want to see. I'm feeling in the mood to just try some different things. One of the things I do want to do is kind of like trying out different like perspectives. So I guess starting up here. Let's make this a little bit smaller. I think one of the things I want to try is like getting boxes and trying different different angles for the boxes. So something simple like that, but then say doing it from like above. So if that's the front line, and then having it like in different perspectives. So maybe like having it big at the top would be the way to go. So that needs to be bigger. And smaller. Kind of exaggerated, but that's kind of what I want to try. So stuff like that. It's gonna be very jank, and I think I'll just focus on like trying to do some standing poses, nothing too crazy. Especially since I don't even think I can do a standing pose right like this. So there's that one looking from like above. Then I want to do one that's kind of like looking from below. So it'd be more like how would do? Because you'd want it the opposite direction. Alright. That. These aren't exactly the best boxes, but how's the music, by the way, if anyone's there? I feel like it might be a tad loud, but I'm not too sure. It this one needs to be a little bit further in, so that's more box-like. Okay. Make this box a little bit bigger. This could be a little bit of fun. I'm not exactly sure how well it'll turn out, honestly. Probably not too great. Let's lower their opacity, change their color. Maybe a red? Let's try get something. There is a specific pose I want to try practice, or try to do, that I've got on my phone. Because it looks cool, and I've got an idea for an artwork for it. But I figured I'd try something simple. So if this is the... So I want to try break up a person into basic shapes. That's what I want to try to... let me see if I got my reference images somewhere. Because I saw some really cool designs and poses this way. Okay. So we got the head. And then it kind of like goes. Honestly, this box might be a little short. I might need to make it a little longer. We'll see. So we got the head. We want like a basic shape for the body, which is probably going to be like a trapeze sort of look. It's a little small. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? I should go for like a lighter color that's not black actually. Let's try that again. Let's go for like a nice dark brown. Okay. So I guess something like this. Oh, that's definitely slanted, isn't it? Oh. What just happened? Hang on a second. Okay, I must have bumped something because something got disconnected. Alright. I think we back. I think we good. Yeah, but yeah, look how slanted that is. Holy. I need to get better at that. At not drawing it so slanted at the first go. That's what this is for. I'm gonna try practice and get better at this sort of thing. I got a lot to do to get better. But, you know, slowly but surely, as long as I keep streaming. Oh, actually that reminds me, I should probably let people know that I'm live. I've said it on Twitter, but I wanted to do one on Instagram too. I want to get better at doing like all that social media stuff, just posting regularly, talking about different things, rather than just being like, here's my artwork done and dusted. I kind of want to do a little bit more in between. So I think I want to like take a photo of myself starting to sketch here. Yeah, it's good enough. Nothing. I'll get better at figuring out what looks cool and what doesn't as I do more. Oh, excuse me. But I want to try and do at least these 3 poses. Basically just do a nice simple standing pose. Figure out how to break it up in the box with this like sort of straight on sort of view. And then try do it like from a more like top down and down up looking perspective, if that makes sense. With day 1 of Streamtober. I didn't even really mention. Okay. That's done. I did the thing, guys. I put a story. Alright. Well, first of all, let's move this guy's head up a bit more. Don't really know if it's going to be a guy or a girl, or if it's even going to be a particular gender. But we'll kind of play around with it. Might just be like nameless body sort of thing. I've got like my little figure in front of me. I should probably use that. That would help. Now I think about it, I haven't really drawn many male characters. I think it's something I want to start doing a bit more of. Like all, mainly because most of my favorite characters are female, but I do want to do some cool male stuff too, I think. Especially since I like drawing. I think the only male character I've drawn is Riku? Isn't that his name? From No Game No Life 0. I forget what his name is, but the guy, the main protagonist of Valorant. Because I drew him and Shuvi. Basically the two main protagonists together. That's still slanted. How do I fix that? Bring that up a little bit. Yeah, that looks less slanted. Maybe this bottom part needs to be a bit longer. Or maybe it's like maybe it's like this. No buttons. Let's try that again. So it's kind of like guess something like this. No. So we do want it to go out a bit. Maybe having like a small one like this, and then wow. What shape would work there? Hang on, let me look at this. Maybe less curved and just more simple of a shape like this. Yeah, because if I wanted to add curves, I could do that later once I actually draw the character. Or like figure out like a character you'd want to do in there. The basic shape for now. Doesn't have to be exaggerated because we can exaggerate features later, like the waist and the bust or whatever it is that I want to do. Still slightly slanted. I feel like it's because of where I put my, what's it called? Like, I position myself. Maybe that's why it's always so slanted. I'm not sure. I never really took like photos of like any physical sketches I've done on paper before and like tried to flip them around or anything like that. That might be a good way to go about it though. Alright, so there's that. And for the legs, just want like 2 sausages. It's not going to be really like a crotch area though. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out. I don't know if the proportions will be correct, which is something I will then work on next. But for now, I think just getting the basic shapes and angle will be more important. Something like that? Looks jank, whatever. I'll figure it out as I go along. I gotta figure out like how I wanna do it. How would you draw feet from like a forward perspective? I guess it would be like more like another trapeze. Like that. Or would it be better to split up feet into sections? Because it's like you go across down. Something like Hello, MK. How are you doing? It's been ages since I've had a chat with you. That being said, I haven't really streamed like at all or been chatting people on Discord. But how are you doing? How's it been? Been up to anything exciting? I remember like last time we chatted, which was ages ago. We were talking about Genshin, which I haven't touched in a while. I wanna like play it again now that Sumeru is like out or whatever. Like, and there's like a new version. And I remember that we were talking about like little stickers or like little couplings that you were making before, which was really cool. Hopefully you're still doing something like that or just doing some art. Yeah, it's been ages. I'm currently trying to just get back into the swing of drawing and all that again. The head looks really big compared to everything else. And I feel like it's too high up. I feel like it needs to be a little bit lower to the body. Maybe? Or maybe not. Maybe it's because I haven't drawn like... Because I always draw the neck like this. I think what I gotta start doing is drawing the neck kind of like that. Where it then connects to the rest of the body. The head's also a lot big. It's massive compared to the body, so I think I'll turn that down a bit. How big should the head be? Maybe like that much? Maybe as big as the waist? Or wide as the waist? Nothing much exciting. I haven't played ages as well. Oh my OMG. We're playing another game. Spending my time in Lost Ark. Oh, is that that like sort of Korean looking one? I think I remember trying it out. I never really got into it. Oh wow, that music turned up loud. Hang on a second, let me turn it down a tiny bit. Yeah, I remember trying it out because my friend wanted me to get into it, saying that it didn't require a lot of time to like reach the end game stuff, because it was still relatively new. But I kind of started playing it, and then my friend stopped playing it, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm done then. I have been getting really into Final Fantasy Online though. I have a character for it that I want to draw. Ooh, that could be good. I could just go back and sketch her a little bit. Let me go find her. I started trying to draw her because I wanted to do some fan art for her. It's such a time sink though. Yeah, a lot of MMOs are, which is why I've been like, I already have Final Fantasy, and it's like last time I got into Final Fantasy was also the time I got back into Genshin, which was probably like when we last talked. But it was too much. Doing Genshin and Final Fantasy just ate up all my time, so I just decided, alright, let's drop one of these and drop Final Fantasy because I wasn't really playing it as much. And then I kind of got into... I'm just turning this down on my end because I think it's okay on your guys' end. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Final Fantasy and Genshin, both of them at the same time was just a little too much to handle. So I kind of just decided not to. Now that I'm back and getting actually properly into Final Fantasy, like I've gotten decently in, haven't paid for the subscription yet, but I did buy the expansions, which gave me like about a month or so subscribed, which is pretty cool. I've always had a little bit of issue with the subscription-based model, but then again, I also play like gacha games and all that, so it's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll basically just do it in like a monthly basis, I think, until I'm happy with, as long as I'm still playing. That's fine. So I want to draw like a line here, a line for the chest part somewhere here. Maybe a couple lines throughout the body. But yeah, has it mostly been Lost Ark that you've been up to? Get something like that. Then the arms. How do I want to do the arms? Kind of just like not T-posting, huh? Just off to the side a little bit. It's not the most exciting pose, I will grant you that. But, you know, practice is practice. Just gotta do something. I think from now on, whenever I stream art, I want to spend like the first hour just doing random stuff like this before I jump in. Well, at least maybe not the whole hour, but like the first little bit of the stream, doing like practices like this, just focusing on a particular technique or thing, drawing for a bit, as jank as it might be, or as rough as it might be, so I can get like a little bit of practice, and I guess it would serve as a warm-up, so that I can then, say, go into drawing whatever it is I'm trying to draw for the day, a little bit more, a little better, at least in theory, I think. Yeah, only Lost Ark, it takes up so much time. I'm also attending uni, so I can only replay one game at a time. Yeah, that makes sense. What else have I been into? I've been getting back into some other games. I love this chill stream time, super cozy night streams, yeah. Normally I have stuff on the Monday evenings, but I was going to stream earlier, but I didn't get a chance to because I kind of napped throughout the day. So I'm streaming now instead. But this is the time I like to stream on days I don't have anything. Around like that 9 o'clock to about midnight period. Just because it's nice and easy, nice and chill. Recently I've been just instead playing games during this time, which isn't bad, but it also means I haven't been doing anything really productive. Which is why I was like, alright, nope, tonight, no games. No D&D or whatever else. I'm gonna just draw. Did you see, what's it called? My Streamtober challenge, as I've so aptly named it, which is not very creative. But, you know, I was just like, alright, I just gotta quickly get something done so I can tell people about it, because I didn't do it before, before October started, so just get it out there. The upper arm is too long. They need to be about equal distance, I think. Because it should go about to the waist, maybe a little bit lower than the waist. No, because that's no, that's about right. So I think I need to shorten the upper arm. So maybe something like. You saw it? Nice. So yeah, plan is to stream every day. I've got some prior commitments that some days won't be possible. I'll try to bring my stuff anyway with me. So on those days I might be able to stream because I'll be out of state. But it would probably be a very silent stream. So I don't know if I'll have a mic set up or even have a chance to talk during them. It might just be me chilling out for an hour, just typing in chat instead of actually talking. But you know, it would still be a stream. The main thing is getting drawing done, which is the whole reason I started streaming in the first place. I have been really thoroughly enjoying playing games on stream though, especially at nighttime. But I found that like before I stopped streaming, that was all I did. I didn't draw or anything, which is why this time I want the focus to be a little bit different. Okay, we'll focus on drawing hands later. For now, they'll just be blobs. But they'll be like a upside down trapezium, sort of like that, with a curved edge. That is definitely not the size of a hand. Screw it. We'll more about the hands for now. How do I? No, I should probably. How would I draw a nice looking, like, generic shaped hand? It'd probably be easier to do it in parts, right? Like, have the bottom part and then the top part like that. Maybe a little bit more angled. Ah, yikes. decided since you'll be streaming on my birthday, hopefully I can watch. Oh, when's your birthday, MK? I'm gonna save this under Streamtober. Day 1 sketching. I'll just save it. Ah, I see. Secret. Okay. So I guess I just gotta make sure to stream each day, so that way when eventually it is your birthday. Well, hopefully it is at a time that you can watch, because I kind of mentioned it on my Discord. I didn't get to mention it on like Twitter or anything like that. Oh, that was what I was gonna do. I was gonna reply to my own tweet explaining a little more, but whatever. I'll do that now, actually, before I forget. But my times for streaming are gonna be quite sporadic, because I'll have work certain days, so I will only have like an hour or so in between all the other stuff I have to do to actually stream. But yeah, that's kind of the goal. Maybe what I'll do as well is, if I like exhaust myself in drawing and whatnot, and I still want to stream a little longer, that's when I can probably consider swapping to a game of some sort. Although, not really sure what sort of game I would want to play. Because it's a little harder to just do like what I was doing before, which was just playing through an entire game. Because those were a lot easier to do when I would like do it as a singular, like stream after stream sort of thing. I worded that badly. Basically, because I was streaming every week, it was easier to finish a game. So it'll probably be like smaller games, like anything roguelike or anything like music related. Something that doesn't have to be like play. That I can just do in like short little bits, like Slay the Spire, Enter the Gungeon, that sort of stuff. So I didn't really make use of the whole head, and I think it's too small. Because if I go here, so it's like 1, it's 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, 5 heads. Yeah, so its head is way too big for its body. So let's just fix that. So this is gonna be super janked way to do it. But let's extend the whole, let's make the whole thing bigger. Put it towards the bottom. Like so. Make it go up. Then we want to make the head a little bit wider. No. No. Okay, that's more proportionate, and it fits a little bit better in our little box. But yeah. I've been wanting to get back into Genshin, because a lot of the new characters that they've been showing off look so cool and cute, and there's a lot of really nice ones that I want to get. But that means I need to start playing to start racking up those Primo Gems and hopefully roll for one when I get it. I don't think I'll be able to get them during the first time around, so especially since I haven't done it in ages. So jumping back in, I might have to be like, alright, gotta save up so I can do like their reruns if they eventually get a rerun. How long have I been streaming? 20 minutes? Not too bad. Okay, that's good enough for the first one. It's not perfect, and there's a lot I can do to improve it, but, you know, roughly it's a sketch. I'm gonna do these 3, and then I want to do a pose that I wanted to try to replicate. So it's like a picture I have, which is gonna be cool. And if I actually make it into artwork, it'll be probably even cooler, but we'll see. Alright, so from here, we're kind of like turning its head a little bit. So drawing like a circular bit here. This is like the top of the head. Actually, let's see. How slanted is this? Yeah, it's still a little slanted. It's not as bad as it was earlier. Okay. Suck a drunk shows. But yeah. You gonna be doing anything super special for your birthday, MK? Or is it gonna be nice, chill? Just relax, do cool things. Or not really do cool things. That's like the opposite of chill. But just like play games. Yeah. I guess the head would be more like sideways, so it'd be like this a bit more. We want it looking straight. So let's undo that. So if I want it straight, the head has to be kind of like following this line. So a little bit curved, like that. Yeah, there we go, that's better. So then we want to add the cheek, which will be around here. And then going up here. And all the way up. Okay, there we go, that's better. That makes it look a little bit more forward. Oh. Like that. So that means around here there should be like a dip or something for the eye to go in. And then this part should be lined up with this line. There you go. So like that. Nothing planned. Probably just having dinner with family, spending time with them. That's fair. It's mostly what I do for my birthdays as well. Like, don't really have like big parties anymore or anything like that. Like when I was in high school and all that. But it's mostly just like, we'll go and eat somewhere we don't normally eat. Usually like either a somewhat fancy restaurant or just order some food that we don't normally get. Just a change of pace, that's nice. Okay. That sounds still pretty cool. Alright, so next up, we've got this part here. So rather than just being a square, a normal trapeze, we gotta make it a little bit more 3D now. So if this is the trapeze, going down like this, we want it to be like shaped a little bit like that. So we want this part to line up here, which is done. Let's make it a square first, actually. Let's make it a square and then cut it into trapeze. I think that would be the easiest way to go about this. Because if I draw the line to be parallel to this line, like so. It's gonna look super janky and I'm gonna need to clean up, but hopefully it'll work. Then we want to draw lines here and here. Not that one, this one first. Then we want to draw some lines here and then connect it to this one, so have it parallel to this one. Then draw it coordinate parallel to this line instead. So we got one parallel to this, one parallel to that. Then this and this. And there's the square. Now we want to make it a little bit more trapeze-like. So for that to work, we want this line to still be around, but then we want to cut it a little bit here. Cut it a bit here. Something like that. Then have this line follow a little bit, but a little bit deeper, like that. Then erase the guiding lines. So a little something like that. It might be a bit wide though, and a little high. So let's grab the whole thing and move it down a tiny bit. Actually, let's just, yeah. Have you still been enjoying MK? I remember you doing this little cool couple like sticker looking things for Genshin map pairings. Then we want the like neck kind of go from here up to here. Doesn't quite look right. I'm still doing something off for it, but it might be a little bit big, wide. So let's make it like smaller. What will help as well is if I draw the like actual like lines that I have here. So we have a line that goes down the center. It should go down the center of this, following being parallel to this line. And we got a line going across which should be parallel to this line. I see. So these parts are no longer quite. Yeah, there we go. It's quite thick, so maybe making it a little bit thinner like this. Most recent time was for a friend's birthday, but that was like 3 months ago. No, not really. I haven't drawn in Kupawa. No, that's fair. I also haven't drawn in ages, which is why I'm here. Do you have anything you want to show? I wouldn't mind having a look if you've been drawing some stuff. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, it's definitely too high up. I thought it had to be higher up, but it can go like that, a little bit smaller. The head could probably be a bit smaller, honestly. Let's make it a little bit smaller that way. Bring it up. Yeah, something like that, I think. Maybe. Want to kind of drag the neck parts here. Just kind of like that. Like that. Then the other parts here, like that. And then it would go like that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Not perfect, but a lot better. And that's fine. I'm still learning, so it's not going to be perfect. And that's okay. Good enough is good enough for me. Or close enough is good enough for me. That's probably a better way to word it. Let's see. I have some things I've been working on. I'll show. Ooh, yes. Give me. Okay. So this looks a lot nicer. I feel like the head's still a little bit large compared to the body, like compared to this head. So let's shrink it down a tiny bit more and to bring everything up. What I'll do as well afterwards is I might add like some shadows to these if I feel like I got that. I can. That'd probably be a good way to practice as well. Okay, that looks a little bit more even. There you go. Bring not that whole thing, just this one. Bring this whole thing up. Save that. Now the bottom part. So once again, we'll do it as a square. So we want it to be like parallel to this, parallel to this one, parallel to this one. So for this next one, this square is going to be kind of like this. This one has to be parallel there, parallel there. Like these are not straight lines, so this is definitely not like the best well-proportioned one, but you know, good enough. All right, so now that we've got that, we can extend these lines out a bit to get the sort of like shape like that, and then connect it up. So kind of like maybe that far out either side. Connect it up here. Connect it up here. Then this one would just be like draw a line here that's parallel. Draw this line to be somewhat parallel to this, but slightly inwards because it's tilted like that. But this one needs to start up here. erase these guiding lines. Maybe this one needs to be a little bit. This one's not parallel here, so it needs to be a little bit more like that. It's a little smaller, but it's meant to be, or in theory. So we'll have that go up here, like that as well. Still feels off. What is off about it? I feel like it's not as long. So let's make it a little longer. Alright, how do I make it longer while keeping the perspective? I know there's a perspective tool which we can use here. Go perspective, shorten. Which will help adjust its size and all that. Yeah. Maybe like that. Still feels off. Maybe this needs to be higher. So. Might also just be the perspective throwing me off. We'll leave it like that. Sure. Good enough. Okay. So then we have to draw the legs. Yeah, everything here looks really long compared to the rest of it. So if I make it all smaller, bring it up. And I keep making it smaller and smaller. Okay. So we got this. We want like a cylinder. So if that's where it is, so like a cylinder would kind of like go here, then we want it out a little bit more. So kind of like following these lines first, we'll do the guidance. It would be kind of like that, but then so that kind of be one leg. Then the other leg would be more like following this line and then this line. Let's make it a little bit thicker. This is already a different pose than that, but whatever. You know. So then that would be cylindrical. It doesn't feel like it's in this perspective is the problem. Let's see. What happens if I use the perspective tool now? And then try make this wider at the top. That's probably how it should feel more. But the length of it should be a little different, right? So instead of doing it that way, what if I did it the other way and made this one smaller? Oh, wow. Yeah, let's try a bit of both. It might be tricky with the perspective tool because it's meant to be like straight on. So maybe I shouldn't rely on it that much here. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, that's not the greatest perspective, honestly. Like, it's way off. I think it can get wider here. I think I made everything a little bit too thin around this top part, which is what's throwing me off. Maybe if it's a little bit wider. that's definitely not it. Alright, we'll leave it like that. This is like first attempt anyway. It's gonna not look right. Oh, by the way, MK, if you want to send stuff, feel free to either shoot it through here or for Discord, whichever is easier. I don't have a bot or anything set up, which I should do at some point. Yeah, let's do these arms. So I want like a sort of cylinder. Angle it this way. And then another cylinder. Okay, that arm looks a lot nicer than what I did for the legs. So these are just going to be basic cylinders for now. And then for these ones, I think what is going on is they need to be more exaggerated. Like that. The proportions are not correct, which is probably what's throwing this off. So we want this to be a little bit more higher, I think. I think this is too low. Okay, so we got that. Now for the arms, they also want to be kind of like a little bit. So let's do the upper arm first. So this is fine, but then it needs to get a little bit thinner. Not too much thinner because it's still very high up. And this one needs to get a lot thinner. Not as thin as that. Way off, but whatever. The head was doing alright, and then once I got to the body and everything else, it was jank. But yeah, whatever. That's an attempt at that perspective. Let's try it the other way around. Took me a while, but I sent it. Okay, let's do it. Official and Ayaya. Oh, official Ayaya from Genshin. Oh, that's cute. I like it. Do you mind if I show it on stream? My nose is a little bit runny at the moment. It's that time of the year. Yeah, my hay fever kind of just like acts up with my already runny nose. Yeah, you can show it. Awesome. Let me bring it across. There we go. So this one was your present for your friend. That's very cute. Is it of like a particular character? It feels like it. It's got like cute little strawberry bits on their hair. I like it. Let's see. Yeah, I like a little bit of highlighting the hair with the little dots to gives it that very it's like their online persona. I see, cool. But yeah, the little dots gives it that very cutesy feel, which I kind of like a lot. It makes it feel like her hair is almost more like oh, I don't know what you would describe it, like almost, for lack of a better term, like that sort of plasticky feel, almost like it's a figurine, which makes it look very adorable. I like it. And then the other one. Oh, why is it not showing me the other one? This one. The official, which is very cool and cute. I reckon. Yeah. I would have liked to. I would have liked this. I think for the official, it'd be cool to have a little bit more highlights in this upper part because it gets quite dark up there. But I like it. It's very cute, very obviously official, which is cool. I like the little ponytail that you can see there. But I think for the lighting, because you've got like some lights, like shading on the bottom part, It'd kind of be like the opposite for her hair, where it'd be brighter at the top and darker towards the bottom. But overall, it's really nice. I like the little blushes. Little like little white lines in it. Oh, you know what? I was thinking like something about this one's also throwing me off. It's because she doesn't have the little lines above her eyes, like right here. Like a little oh, the whole thing's still what do you call it? This thing. There you go. I reckon that was what was throwing me off. And then you could give her an eyebrow tweak. Maybe a better eyebrow than that. See what you mean. I should work on that one more. Which one? Nah, I'm confused myself. Was that a reply to the one for your present, or the one for the official one? But yeah, I reckon, yeah, this little bit here. You can even extend like this part a little bit more if you wanted to. No, probably not. No, but I like the official. Alright, can I do this? Will this work? Nope. No, it didn't really work. Whatever. But yeah, little eyebrow. For the official one. Also, I can't believe I forgot the eyebrow. Yeah. Yeah. Usually when I do hair, like, if you want to do it this way, this is fine. But let me quickly kind of cheat a little bit. I reckon if you wanted to have the light coming from underneath instead, you can keep the hair kind of like that. But then you don't want to add like shadows elsewhere. Where would I put it? I'm not the best at lighting, but like normally I would like put little shadows like here for like hair going down. So I guess it'd be the opposite. Like hang on, I got some references here somewhere for looking at lights from down below. Let me bring it up. It's on my phone, so I won't be able to show it on the screen, unfortunately. I should send some of this over to. Let's see here. I had a picture where they had lighting from different perspectives. So I guess from below, you'd have like, it would look a lot more menacing, I guess, from below. You'd have like light come. So you could like shade this entire part, I guess. So you'd have like this entire section a little bit darker as the light comes down up to her nose like that. You'd have a little bit underneath her chin. This part would be lit up, and then you could do something like give her like little. It's no longer girl. Yeah, if you do it that way though. It's a very like sketchy like I'm gonna go kill. I did rush that one a lot since it was a request. No, that's fair. It looks really nice though. It's like little some nitpicky stuff. But yeah, eyebrow. I forgot before I printed off some of my artwork for GammaCon to sell. I noticed I forgot a bunch of stuff. Like I forgot to do like little like highlights on one character's hair. On another character, I forgot to do her eye shines. Small things like that that I missed. And then I caught like when I decided to print it. It's like, all right, let's have a look at this character. Yeah, this looking cool. It's like, oh shoot, I missed this thing. Sometimes it's not till you like you have a fresh perspective that you remember these little things you forgot. Okay, let's try this one. This one's gonna look even more jank. than the previous one, I reckon. I want a very small head. You know what? It's the head. Because I made the head smaller. It should be bigger here, right? Because it's like big to small. This is not as like... From the perspective of this, it's not like this red square anymore. It's more like almost like less tilted and more like this, where it's a little bit more of a reasonable angle and not as exaggerated. That's probably more the perspective it's been. Yeah, see, now I've done those ones, it fits a little bit better. That's more of the perspective that I've drawn it, rather than this exaggerated one that I wanted to do. Advice helps a lot, thank you. No worries. Always feel free to shoot me stuff if you ever want feedback. Alright. I try to help out when I can. Although I'm still very much learning, so take all my advice with a grain of salt, because I very much still don't know the greatest amount. Alright, so tiny head, like that. So that'd be the perspective bit. Then it wants to go a little bit further, so that'd be we do like the little chin. I guess like for a chin like that. So we want tiny head and big legs. So then for the rest of it, we kind of want like we'll do the box thing again. We start off with a plain box. Like so. I'll worry about the third perspective, which is the 3D part here afterwards. Because at the moment, I'm struggling with just doing the first one. So I think doing the first one and then adding the 3D lines afterwards might help. And that's already wrong. This one's already the wrong angle. Let's try that again. So we want this one to go there. This one to go there. Let's go all the way like this. So that way it's like the whole body. I think the whole body would be like that. Or maybe like that. Okay, so we want it to be like... So if we want this line to go here. That's already wrong. Don't want to be parallel to that, I guess. We want the equal distance from this. So we want this line here, which is the upper body, which would then kind of like wrong direction that way. And like that. This is the bottom part, and then we want this part. And another line here somewhere. If it's somewhat equal distance from that line. Something like that, I guess. That might be a better way to go about it. And then legs. So we'll got it from here, and we want it to go like a nice cylindrical shape. So going like that, then another one going from here, like that. Okay. So big cylinder there. Big cylinder there. Going up like that. So this one wants to be parallel to that. This one wants to be parallel to that. It'd be a lot more efficient to use a ruler for doing this sort of thing. Because then there's foreshortening. Which is like that. So I reckon these can be a little bit smaller. Or maybe they can be a bit bigger. Erase these parts. So we won't be able to see this, but we'll be able to see this. This looks so jank. Alright. I'll keep doing it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So cylinder. Again. So straight cylinder, but then make it wider. So maybe something like this. So that's it there. Once we go that, get it wider here again. Looks a little bit better. It looks very Roblox-like though. Oh, I think there's something loose with one of my cables. Okay. My tablet keeps like disconnecting and reconnecting, which is a bit of a shame. So this one is a little bit more to the actual perspective that I did compared to this one. But then it also has like going up like this. You don't really see much else from this perspective. But once again, it's not like super as much. So it's still closer to like this rather than what I was aiming for. So I gotta work more on that exaggerated features. I'll have to look up some tutorials, maybe watch some videos and stuff like that to kind of like then try out during my stream tomorrow. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's the HDMI part that connects into my tablet. It kind of is a little bit. Whenever I like put a little bit of pressure in it, it seems to disconnect it temporarily. So I might just be getting old, or might be just hitting it the wrong way. Okay. Kind of like that. So it's once again not exactly what I wanted, but still something at least. I'm making small steps, small practices. Like I wanted to do it super exaggerated, but because I don't have enough knowledge in the actual proportions, it didn't end up the way I wanted it. And that's okay. There you go. So that's what I ended up with for this hour of sketching. So let's save that. Let me bring up. Let me see. Is there anything specific I want to work on at the moment? There are some things that I do want to work on, like some stuff people have been asking and commissioning me for that I haven't really worked on, which I feel bad about, and I need to get in contact with them and let them know that I'm starting to draw again. So hopefully I'll be able to do them, like Coconut and Raylan's stuff. But there was another one I wanted to kind of see if I could work on a bit more today, as well as one more sketch. What's the time? About nearly 11? Alright, so we'll go on for a little bit longer. So I'll probably try out that sketch and have a look and see if I can figure this part out. Because there's this arm here that's been throwing me off for the longest time. Trying to figure out how I'm going to like get this arm to like rest on this leg. Or if I'm going to change that arm to do something else. Like, because at the moment, what I'm trying to do is like have it kind of go from here to here and like rest on top. But maybe it'd be better to have it like upwards, like this. Because like having it here looks nice, but maybe upwards would be better. Doing something else. I'm not sure. Overall, the rest of it I'm pretty happy with. I just have to actually go and finish drawing her after that. Her hand looks a little bit off, but I think that might be fixed once I actually draw it, rather less sketchy like. Like, there's still going to be parts of her that's not right, but she's been one I've been working on slowly that's kind of like already there. Let's see what else is there. Some Genshin stuff. Oh yeah, there's the Kaching one that I was working on that I gotta figure out her hands. Because like the original artwork I looked at, or like the original pose I should say, that I was like using as reference didn't quite work out. I've got the Jean one that I want to work on. I gotta figure out her a little bit more. Anatomy and all that. I had this like more arty looking one for Ayaka, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually do it. I want to practice more of that sketchy style too. Let's see, what else did I have that I was working on? Oh yeah. Had Anby on the roof. I found some good references for her. Did I save it? I should have saved it. Oh, I hope I saved it. I did. Nice. Okay. But the main thing I wanted to try was like this cool art or photo I've got on my phone of like an anime figure that someone took a nice angled photo of. I want to try out and try sketch its perspective. It's not going to look super great, I don't think, but we'll do it. Maybe I'll do it as like a little pose challenge. So let's set myself a timer so that I've got like a certain time limit to do it, so I am not focusing too much. I think that's what I need to do more. There's like timed drawing things. I think I timer. I have let's set myself 15 or 20 minutes. What's the time? Let's set myself 20 minutes to do the sketch. And let's give myself a new page for it. You know what, I'm gonna... This is day one sketching, but I'll use this for all the sketching, so... And then I'll just make new pages as we go along. So I'll be like... Day one, and then... Third of the 10th, 22. Like that. Instead of this one though, we're gonna use day 1. 3rd of the 10th, 22. We'll use the nice brownish color. There you go. So I've got like something I could screenshot and then upload. But moving on, we'll make a new one that is A4, nice and large. Alright. I have a... I'm pretty sure I've set this up, so I can put a timer. Like that? That's the right one, but it's not centered anymore. So let me fix that real quick. Put it over here, because I'm not using this spot. And let's... How do I reposition again? Alt? Yeah, Alt. Put it right there. And then let's put a text above it. New text. What's it called? Timer text. And then we'll say that, or the text will make it say pose timer. Do I have a different font that I can use? Dude. Let's see. Wonder if some of the fonts I saved before would be here. There's one called refrigerator. QRS. Yeah, there you go. Refrigerator deluxe. Let's see that one. It's not the best one, but you know, good enough. There you go. Ta-da! We did. So I'll set myself this 20 minutes to try to do this sketch that I want to do in that sort of pose. This is quite a large sheet that I made though. That's oh, whatever, we'll keep it large. Doesn't matter. Alright. So as soon as I hit start, I'm gonna try and get this sort of pose. We can use a larger pencil size this time. I'll keep it a darkish brown sort of color that I had going on, and we'll try it out. 20 minutes, here we go. So I'll still try chat during this 20 minutes, but I'm gonna try and mainly focus on getting this like cool pose. I guess the first thing I want to do is like get some lines going along. So the main thing about this pose is it's like a really cool. Let's make it a lot larger. The brush or pen. Yeah, there you go. So we can worry about the details stuff afterwards. I'm wasting time. We have this. We have it kind of curved down like this. Then we have it like kind of bring its things together like so. But the main thing is like the fact that there's like a giant from about here. The main thing that sells this pose is this giant scythe. So it's going to be a cool one with a big scythe going through it that I think would be really cool if I can do this pose doing like some Ruby fan art, because I really like Ruby. I haven't watched it in ages. I know there's an anime of it that I've been meaning to go watch. Like a new founded anime. Okay, so let's get this sort of shape going along. So this is not just yeah, so the good thing about setting myself a timer, which can be fun if you want to try it as well, okay. Just like find like a cool pose or thing you want to kind of replicate for practice sketching, is by having a timer you've kind of like set yourself a limit on how much time you can actually work on it, which has the inherent advantage of making you not focus on a lot of the small details, which I'm currently doing, which I shouldn't be doing. So I should just be getting the rough shape and feel of everything going along. So it's got like a nice little curve like this. Make the eraser bigger too, so that way I can actually like fix it up a little bit easier. This is the sort of thing I want to do more of. So yeah, a nice like sort of curve like this underneath, so that I get a basic feel of the composition and pose. We want this to be like a nice line somewhere across her back. So I guess something like that. It's not straight enough. So I guess if I erase this first, get a line going up like this. It goes just past a little bit the center of the screen. So if this is the center, we want it to be a little bit like that. Yeah, something like that. This is gonna be a rough sketch. I gotta remember that it's not like the final thing. I can adjust the proportions later, but it's mostly to get the idea. So from this line, this will help me figure out where the rest of it goes. So there's like the body itself goes somewhere here. You have like the arm that follows alongside it to hold it in place. You have the other arm that kind of like holds this as well. So we got the hand, a nice like the shoulder kind of lands here. So we want the arm to kind of go down like this. We'll get I should have used a thinner like opacity brush for this, I think. Yeah, let's undo all that. I'm not happy with that. And let's lower the opacity of this brush density, I think. It lowers the opacity? Yeah. So it was like at 70 something. So we want the lower opacity one. So it makes it a little bit easier to sketch. So we want sort of V shape here. So this represents the arms, the shoulder here. I think it's too thick of a line now. Let's reduce that. Something like this, so that the elbow kind of cuts out like this. The hand kind of then holds the little thing here. She's got her head. So I'm focusing too much on specific stuff now. I should be focusing on the shape and the so she's got her head here, which kind of leads up to from here. She's got her legs that come down here. Move it back. I'm not really happy with this at all. Okay, let's change it. So we have like a nice like bit of leg here. There's a flowing cape that goes around like this. The leg kind of goes up all the way here and then kind of goes all the way down and is super elongated. How much time? I've already wasted like 10 minutes. That's fine. Nearly 10 minutes. Sounds like a fun little challenge. Yeah, it's basically what I used to do for my like the life drawing classes I attended. They would like be like, all right, you got like 10 minutes on this pose, quickly sketch and do stuff. One of the feedback that I often get from my teachers was that I'd spend too much time focusing on details rather than getting the general flow of the color and shape or like of the pose, which I'm currently doing now. I still haven't broken that habit. So it's kind of like I want to go like line up here that goes through here and then goes all the way up. I want to erase some of this stuff for now, so you can kind of see the like the general flow of the body there. So it's like getting these nice curves going. Then we want to go with like the other leg, which has a nice curve going on here. So although it's so we got a nice like curve going up there, but then we have like it kind of gets cut off, and then you have like the butt. So you can kind of see it taking shape now a little bit more. I'll go through over it with like a second of darker brush, I think. So then you have like the shoulder up here. I think the whole thing can get a little bit smaller. one of the advantages of having digital over like traditional sketches. You can easily change it and erase it. Like honestly, I should probably try the challenge without erasing, because when I did the sketches before, or like the life drawing ones, we didn't really have time to erase. I get, once again, one of the advantages of having a digital. So there's the back. Then we want the head, but the head is kind of like looking over this way, so it'll kind of be like. I think the body is too much here, so I need to, because the head is not in the right spot, because I have the shoulder here, so that's the shoulder. Needs to so then if I have the chest, then I can do it like that. The butt itself can be exaggerated a bit more here. So that's the butt, goes in, goes up, and you have like the chest up here, goes around, goes this way, which leads to the shoulder here. Let's lower the size of that a little bit. So you got the shoulder. How much time? About 10 minutes. Okay. And then it kind of goes up here. This other shoulder is kind of like hidden away because of the angle, because it's like a nice like sort of shape like that, followed by. Let's try to draw these dynamic lines. That'll probably help me figure it out. It's like that. You got another shape like that, so it's kind of like that, and then into the nice curve that goes down here. So there's that kind of working for us. You have like this shoulder that wants to go down a bit more like this, I think. So you have it go like that. You have like the hand go around here, follow it down. And this goes lower. Probably erase this and goes down like this a bit more before going up a lot. It has like a cloak that goes through here, which then kind of like bubbles up here. So it's got like exposed legs, which is pretty cool. Like I'm just doing the sketch of the thing, and then I'll probably adjust it and actually like give it clothes according to like Ruby if I want to use it. But for now, this is gonna give you a rough idea. We'll do it like this a bit more. Have it like come up. Then needs the like a bit more of a butt here, I guess. So it goes up like this. Now. So this is the line that I'm using. It kind of goes around here for this line. We'll go, let's do it that way. So you want it to have like a little bit like that before going down like that. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. So you can see that that's the shape. You've got like the shape of her back arc. So her arc kind of goes like here before going here. Which then leads to her other shoulder, which is here. But this other shoulder can be a little bit higher. So that her shoulder blades are kind of like that. Then form those shoulder blades. you've got like the part that goes up here, the part that goes here that forms like the part of the neck. The neck kind of then goes up here, and then we can draw the head. Wasting time. That's it. Been watching a lot of speed running, so like whenever I say like wasting time, I'm just thinking to myself, that's a time loss, and that sort of thing. Yeah, there we go. That's a much better head position than I had earlier. Yeah, so you can kind of see it taking shape now. So you got the shoulder here. You've got the other shoulder here, which kind of like doesn't need this, but for the sake of getting it. You've got like then her chest that goes down here. So as it, let's undo that. Right. So the chest kind of goes outwards here. It comes in. So the main thing is having like this part of the shoulder. So I think it needs to be a little lower. So it's not coming from the shoulder itself. It's coming from like where her neck would be. So it'd come in like that. Come in like here. Come down here to then connect to this part, which we've kind of done as the leg. I guess a little bit more like that. This is all just observational sketching, so this is not really. This is like partially based off like my knowledge, my small amount of knowledge of anatomy and what I can see here. And she has like a cool little tassel thing, or cloak. Probably not tassel, that's the wrong word. Like a little scarf or something that comes up like here. Let's use the bottom part of it instead. So it kind of goes down here, then kind of like gives off like this nice sort of shape. Give it nice curves. And the cloak kind of continues. So I add like some lines to the cloak. We can bring this line a little bit back again. Goes over this shoulder, so it's a little bit less this angle, a little bit more this angle. But now I can draw the arm. 3 minutes left. Oh yikes! That was like 7 minutes of fixing all that stuff. Gotta get her arm finished. So then it kind of goes into above where this is. So this is the shoulder. I want it like this, and I think this can be a little bit lower. We've got this part here, going up to grab the hand. I'll draw the hand in a bit, but it's mainly like, because I got the shoulder there. That's the sort of pose we're expecting. This arm can be a little bit lower. And then this part. Then the hand itself is like spread out like so. So you have like the thumb, which would be here, and then the fingers are spread out like this, with one finger here, 3 fingers here, the thumb here. These fingers are kind of like lapping over. Then we have like the face itself, which is like that, kind of like looking over her shoulder. So we got these like nice dynamic lines, a nice like S curve sort of look. Then from there, we need the other arm, which is this one here, which the hand kind of wants to be here-ish. right around the butt, so around a little bit higher up here. Kind of has like this sort of like almost emerald looking shape, as it's like one thumb on here, finger here, then the three fingers kind of like spread out here. This is probably going to be a lot more effective for me for practicing posing and like understanding stuff. So I'll probably do more of these observational like sketches, I think. Okay. So like that. She's got a bit of a curve back here, which you can see. And then, or maybe not so much with the way I've posed it, but yeah. So she's got like the butt, which is drawn here, then a little bit here that kind of like arcs up. So like where this part here comes up, it goes there, then that part there, then the arch of her back. And she's got some other cool parts of her clothes, which I'll add in. So she has like a little like V back here. So you can see her exposed back. These lines can kind of like start disappearing. Alright, and I ran out of time. But let's quickly finish this bit. I will give myself 30 more seconds to just do this arm. So we finish that up. We want the hand to be like so. So that's not perfect. Alright, let's send myself the picture, right, so that you can kind of see what I was using for reference. How do I send myself my picture? Because I got it on my phone, so I want to put it on the computer so I can actually see it. Albums, pose reference should be here somewhere. It is. Let me send this one. Okay. So I've sent it to myself. Should be able to open up. So it looks something like that. So it's not as long. I've definitely like could have done it a lot longer, but it's still roughly the same like sort of feel, right? And that's the main thing that I'm going for. But there you go. Yeah. Oh, actually, you might not be able to see this properly. Let me fix that. Because it's kind of like slightly cut off, isn't it? There you go. That's a little bit better. So it could have been longer. It might be because this one is a lot longer as an image, and I did this on A4 instead of like that sort of phone size. But that's okay. Same sort of thing. But yeah, that was fun. I still have the pose timer up, which I should get rid of because that could... I gotta remember to turn that off whenever I'm done. Let me set that up. Alright. I'm gonna quickly go onto Streamlabs and set up a little toggle. Streamlabs? No, not Streamlabs. Stream Deck. Because I want to add a toggle so I can add and remove the pose timer whenever I need. Alright. So it should be able to be like OBS. It's not seen, it's sources. I should have a way to be able to turn them on and off. Let me check. Source visibility is what I want, but I want to connect it to somehow. Give me a second, guys. So I want it as a stream deck. I want it as a multi-action switch. That's what I want. Then I want it to be pose, pose, timer. That's what I want to name it. So I want it this one on and this one off. So when it's on like this, when I click it, I want to turn it off. So it will be source visibility. We want it to be timer, is what it's called. We want it to be unseen art record v2. Then we want it to be what's it called? Temp timer, and we want it to hide when I click it. Then source visibility, text. We want it art v2. You can't see any of this, so it's probably not as interesting. And hide. Then we want this one to be the same thing but reversed. So source visibility, timer, art v2, source, timer, show, and then text. We want this one to be art v2, text, show. Alright, let's see if that worked. So in theory, that should turn it off, which is already off. Then press it again, turns it on. Oh wait, why is it only the text? It should show the timer and the text. Did I choose the same one? Why is it? So I want to show the timer. Yeah, let's try that again. Turn it off. Yep, that turns it off. And then click it again. There you go, fixed it. Hey. So if I go back to the timer, now when I click it, brings them on, brings them off. It kind of, is there a way to make them instantaneous instead of having a delay between them? Oh, there you go. 1 millisecond delay. Let's see how if that looks a little nicer, and they both kind of come on and off. Because it's got 100 milliseconds at the moment, which is so. Yeah, there you go. There we go. We fixed it. Hey. So I now have a way to turn my temp timer on and off quickly, which I'm planning to use a little bit more of. But yeah, there you go. Got a rough sketch of a thing, and I'm pretty happy with that. I will possibly use this a little bit more, so let's save it under Streamtober in a new folder. Pose sketching, and then this one will be. Oh, you know what? What I'll do as well is I will copy image, and this will be old. call it day one, sketch dash day one, and then the date 03 10 22, and it will be sketch 1 just in case I do multiple sketches in a day. We'll do it the other way around. So it'll be the date and then the name of the sketch instead of just saying day one. No, we'll do it like that and then day one. No, just like that. The date. Done. Okay. That was probably not as interesting as I was just kind of talking to myself and sorting stuff out, but we did it. And I copied the image, pasted here. Oh, I didn't copy. Copy, paste. Oh, that's so small. Why is it so small? Oh, it's because of Facebook. All right, let me send it to myself for Discord instead. That will probably give it a better quality. Now I need to go find it again. Alright. Open original. Copy image. Alright, let's see. Is this still? Oh no, it is that small. Alright, well, that's gonna be saved as reference. So that way, if I come back to it, I can do that. Alright, save that. Control Shift S. I'll save it as a PNG so I can send that to myself as well. But yeah. What's the time now? 11:30? Alright, so we're probably gonna wrap up in a sec. So, not super long stream. I did start a little bit late, but I'm pretty happy with the little bits of practice I did. I think tomorrow I'm gonna focus more on this observational sketching style. So I'll probably look up some cool images. I'll probably try stream around the same time. We'll see how it goes. But the main goal is I'm going to practice more of this observational sketching because it definitely went a lot nicer than this did. So I might try this again as well, but instead of just trying to do it off like memory or off like using my little posable figure here, I'll actually look up like someone who's done some perspective drawing and try copy that. So I get like a little bit of practice in figuring out like, all right, how's this work? How did they approach it? Does it work for me? But overall, had a bit of fun tonight. Hopefully you guys did too. Let me quickly save everything, send everything to myself properly. Where did I put Streamtober? There it is. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out, MK. I'm glad I got to stream again. See you in here. And thanks for everyone else who's been like kind of here, just lurking or just chilling. It's been good. For now, I gotta find out who to raid because all the people I regularly raid will probably not be live at the times I finish since I'm finishing at different times. Do you have any suggestions, MK? Anyone you think I should shoot a little raid to? If not, I'll quickly have a look through the art stuff. Or if anyone else here has a suggestion, I'm kind of keen to just find some cool peeps doing some cool art. I'm just gonna scroll through, see whoever has like some cool looking art that catches my eye. Let's have a look at this. Who is this? Lunar. I kind of have to go through these ads if I want to look at a channel, which is a bit of a shame. find someone who's actively drawing to send you guys that our way. There's a bunch of people doing Inktober, which is cool. Alright, let's raid this person, Lunaris Bloom. Not too sure. They seem to apparently be a VTuber of some sort, and they're doing some cute anime thing. So let's go say hi. Let's go see what they're all about, and give them some love. Lunaris Bloom. There it is. I don't know if they have like follower only chat, so I don't know if we'll be able to say anything once we raid, but let's go say hi. I'll try raiding new people and just see what it's all about. But thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I'm glad I'm getting back into streaming and drawing again. Like I said, I'm hoping I'll do it more often. Gonna do it tomorrow. Gonna do it for like every day for a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit longer each time I do it. But don't want to kind of like set myself to be like, all right, gotta do a 4 or 3 hour stream, but then kind of fall short and feel bad. So I'm just like, all right, at least an hour. That's manageable. But a little fancy transition to end screen. Let's go give this person some love. See what cool art they're working on. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Night. Have fun. See ya. Pa-pow.